Today I'm in the wood yard. The big saw is gonna scream! Yes, that is correct. I am cutting wood today. I have a customer that wants boiler wood cut big. I already delivered 2 loads. Each load has a full cord and a third, 4-phase cord, so 8 already. Now last year this customer bought 32 phase cords. So that would be 11 full cords basically, almost. And this year they got a new stove. I already did a couple videos there cutting it up and delivering. And the new stove is highly efficient, burns half as much wood, dang, but good for them, so that's a good thing. And I have got 2 loads delivered, and next week I'm going to deliver 2 more, and then the week after that probably 2 more, so probably 6 loads total. And I am cutting all this big, nasty, ugly stuff here, so things that are got a lot of crotchiness like this, things that got a lot of curve and knots, great big monsters like this bad boy down here. That's a 30-incher easily. And so I'm cutting these up, and I'm gonna need 2 full loads for sure, probably more like 4 more. These are the rounds I cut last time. I just set these off to the side so they're out of the way. Now they're all cut between 20 and 22 inches. There might be a 24-incher in there, but for the most part, they're 20 inches. So what I've done is I have a stick that is 20 inches that I can measure with. And I also have a longer curb feeler here with my zip tie, cable tie, that's what they're called. So from the bar out to the end, 20 inches, just like it says, 20 inches. So when I'm cutting, I don't have to hold on to the stick and waste time looking and then cutting and then looking and then cutting. I can just set the saw basically up against it, eye it up, and if I'm within an inch, it's fine. If it's 18 inches, it's fine. It's boiler wood. They just don't want 16s, they want bigger. And last year I cut a lot of it 20 and 21 and 22 inches, and that's what this is also going to be. If I get to an end of a log and there's only 16 inches, that's what it's going to be. If I get to the end of a log and it's 24 inches, that's what it's going to be. As long as I can fit it into the splitter, which is 24 inches, I believe I've got 24 inches here. I think that's what I remember it being. That way I can get the maximum out of the logs. Now, the reason 20 inches is ideal for me, and we kind of agreed that would be the size, is that almost all the logs that are cut for standard measurement here in the Midwest, the Great Lakes region, are cut to 100 inches. A lot of people call them 8-footers, but it's really 100 inches. So it's 96 plus 4 is generally what it is, or 96 plus 6, so it's 102 a lot of times. And by going 20 inches, I get 5 rounds out of each log. Sometimes it's a little less, sometimes it's a little more, just depending on how it is. But that's what's going to happen. Now I've got some shade developing here today. It's just starting to kind of come in here. Right now it's about 78 degrees. It's supposed to get to 84. If I stand in the shade and just stand still, it's pretty dang nice. And the shade is starting to kind of come this direction. So these cottonwoods are awesome as far as shade. So I am going to start cutting, and I plan on cutting enough for 2 trailer loads. So I need a grand total of about 3 full cords for this order to fill it. And right here is probably half a full cord if I was to guess. Yeah, probably about a half if I was to split that up. So I need 2.5 more cut. I'm not going to split it today because it's not till next week I'm going to be delivering it. I might need my trailer for something else. But today I've got this afternoon now. I've got a couple hours and I feel like cutting because I feel frisky. Well, not that kind. But anyway, I'm going to cut some logs now. You're going to see that happen. This is white oak, and there is some red oak. Actually, this is swamp white oak here. And then there's some actual white oak there and there. There's also some red oak in here too. But mainly it's white oak. And the reason I'm cutting it is because I've got a lot of it. And this does not need to be dry for this year. This is for next year. So right now it's June. And this wood will not be burned this coming winter. It's gonna be the winter after, because the customer wants 2 years worth at a time. Smart move. 3 would be smarter, 4 would be better yet, 5 would probably be excellent. 6 to 10 would be, in my opinion, the way to go, but that's just me. Okay, we're gonna start the saw and make some noise. Almost done. Put some more gas in and I gotta rip these big ones. Gotta rip them into quarters because they're heavy. And a week old, rotten, slimy, moldy bag of oatmeal. That's what I am. Dull as a popcorn fart. Toasty, very toasty. So what happened on both of the saws, I was cutting on the edge of the concrete here. You can see where this edge comes around, and I couldn't really see where the edge was. Plus there's rocks in there. So I hit a rock with the 592, and then just this one just now, when I cut through over here, I hit the edge of the rock, and I went to make another cut to rip this one down one more size, and I was going to rip those two down one more size, get them down to quarters. But the saw wouldn't even cut because I got round teeth. These are just round. I must have hit it really good. And I hit the other saw really good too. So all I got to do then is when I come back, when I get all of this stuff split, I'll just rip this one down and rip that one down so that I can throw it up here because it fell down in the hole there, which is okay. It's out of the way. But I think I got enough for 2 loads here. I cut a little over 2 tanks. I cut about a tank and 3/4 in the with the 592, And I just cut about a half a tank with the 572. What a difference between the 572 and the 92. 572 is a very nice saw, and it cuts. But compared to the 592, it's a weenie saw. Big difference. If you ever get a chance to run them side by side, or one run and then run the other, run them. You're going to want a 592. When you're cutting in the log pile, especially big stuff like this, it's the best saw, I think. A 661, every bit is good. The old 395, every bit is good. It's just a screamer. The 592, it just cuts. It's just unbelievable. I sharpened it really good, and I took the rakers down, a couple swipes on a new chain, and it just eats. It just wants to dive in, and it pulls you in. You got to fight it, which is a good thing because it's just cutting the whole time, and you can just lay into it. The 572, when I picked that up, I tried to lay into it, and I bogged it right down. 592 is just, it's got gonads. All right, there it is. It's getting hot. The sun is starting to hit me now because the sun is going to the west, going down. It's already, I don't know, 4:30, 5 o'clock, something like that. And I think I cut enough. I'm hot. My thong is soaked. Dripping, as a matter of fact. All right, that's all I got for today, folks. Tomorrow morning, I'm heading to the show. I'll see you there. Good night, Irene.